Hello and welcome to Weekend Investing Daily Bytes. We're shooting episode 183 on 21st of February. So we are going to go into a different mode on Daily Bytes from here on. So the Daily Bytes episodes will be about the market and about the performance. And then twice a week we will have more in-depth kind of videos on certain topics. So the daily one will basically cater more towards what happened during the day in the markets, and we'll have more statistics and details on the markets that we'll continuously add on this segment. So the markets opened with a gap down, and pretty much despite the gradual clawback in many sectors during the first half of the day, it again sort of gave back on news that there's events happening at the war front in Russia versus Ukraine, and the banking sector, however, bucked the trend and recovered all the losses and actually ended in the green. Bank Nifty closed at plus 0.2%, private banks were up at plus 0.3%, and PSU banks were lagging at minus 1.4%. But the larger losses happened in metals, commodities, energy, real estate. Pretty much all the sectors except maybe IT was flat and autos were down less than, or maybe around 0.5%. So pretty disappointing day from a perspective of long-term, long-only investors. Even the news from the war front kept going back and forth, and still is doing that post the market close also. So the markets will keep doing this until there is reasonable surety on that front, from a perspective of stability going forward. In terms of the broader indices, small caps were very badly hurt, almost 3% down at one point, closed at minus 2.59%, very, very deep gash on the small cap index. Mid cap index also down 1.6%, Nifty Next 50 also down 1.3%, and broader CNX 500 down 0.77%. So it was blood shedding everywhere. Also within the weekend investing strategies, Mi EverGreen, ATH, MI30, MI All Cap, NNF10, MI50, MI25, 20, 35, all lost between 1 and 3%, and MI ATH2 stood out at plus 0.5% because one of the stocks in the portfolio hit a upper circuit. So pretty much in line, sort of dull and sort of nervous and worrying sort of a day for most investors here. But as we have seen in the last 5 months or so have been in a sideways draw in terms of the market. So market is essentially doing what is called time consolidation. Whether we will consolidate in this band for the next many months and then go up from here, or we will take a dive down and make some intermediate bottom and then go back up, is anybody's guess, but that remains to be seen. We've added this new section on top gainers and losers, so this will add some perspective to stocks that are stronger than the market and those that are one of the weaker ones. And we've taken above 1,000 crore market cap just to sort of weed out the smaller stocks, and we'll also take a look at the charts of these stocks. So basically top gainers were Chalet India, Linde India, FM Coets, Butterfly and Shanti Gear. I talked about Butterfly during the day on Twitter. And on top losers you had Dhani minus 20%, R Systems minus 16%, IB Real Estate minus 15%, LG Equipment minus 13%, and Purva Ankara at minus 9.8%. So we'll take a couple of charts from the gainers and losers and see how they look right now. So let's go to the charts. Let's go to trading view. charts. And we have the Bitcoin chart here. So let's go to butterfly. Let's also add some indicators or some volume on this. So let's say moving average. Let's add some moving average. So 200 DMA, for instance. So butterfly, and we hold the stock in one of our portfolios, has been going up dramatically from August 2020, from around 120-30 levels up to 1378 now. So it's gone up 10x in less than 2 years. And from what I've recently noticed and also was conversing on Twitter was that despite poor results in the last quarter, the stock still was going up. I think the results were announced here, and stock was still going up despite this huge crash 2 days back. The stock is still going up. This was telling me that there is some circumstantial event that is happening in this stock, and just look at the volumes going up. So today there was some announcement that some acquisition at 30-40% above the current market cap is being is in the works, and I'm yet to see the official note on it, so I will not take any names. But this is the sort of strength that you can perceive in the chart once you see that the chart is defying all weakness in the market and is actually going up on poor news. So that is something that one should always look out for. And this chart, and from a 200-day DMA perspective, you can see that it crossed 200 DMA in August 2020 and has been continuously above it. That is also a very, very strong chart to have. Another stock that we can see is the honey. Let's take India Bull Housing if that comes earlier. Maybe my internet is slow. Okay, I was typing the wrong symbol. Okay, so India Bull Housing has dropped dramatically today. There was some news about some ED raids, etc. But even if you ignore today's move, you can see that on a longer term basis, this stock has been just collapsing since 2018, and only very recently did it sort of start to consolidate around the 200 DMA. But I would think that this was a sort of a good breakout of sorts somewhere around why is my trend line not drawing? So this was a bit of a hope trade here once it crossed 260, but then it created a sort of a pivot lower and broke down above it. So while there were some attempts at going up on a longer term basis chart, it really hasn't created a structure which was inviting of that nature. And you can see here that this bottom that we made sometime at the COVID crash, so this created a pattern here which has been broken down. So this was a sort of a flag pattern. After this huge fall, there was this flag, and that has seems to be have broken down somewhere near 200 level. So I would wait for some stronger formation to happen here before buying this. But these are the kind of simple chart patterns, or at least visually you can see whether a stock is doing well or is it just a flash in the pan sometimes, and that can really help you in taking some decisions on some stock charting. So with these two stock charts, I'll close today's presentation, and I'll see you again tomorrow with another daily bite. Thank you so much.